How to Become Super Smart, the Ultimate Guide. Hey everyone, welcome to the channel. Imagine this. You're in a room full of geniuses, debating the biggest ideas in the world. And you're not just keeping up, you're leading the conversation. Sounds like a dream, right? But what if I told you that becoming super smart isn't reserved for the naturally gifted? It's not about your IQ or some genetic lottery. No. It's about habits, mindset, and consistent action that anyone, yes, you, can adopt to rewire your brain and unlock its full potential. Today, I'm busting the myth that intelligence is fixed. As psychologist Carol Dweck's groundbreaking research on growth mindset shows, your brain is like a muscle. It grows stronger with the right training. In this ultimate guide, How to Become Super Smart, I'll walk you through 5 powerful pillars. The input engine, the processing gym, the output loop, the foundation, and the ultimate mindset. These aren't fluffy tips. They're science-backed. Brain hacks that can transform how you learn, think, and create. Stick around till the end for a bonus 30-day challenge that ties it all together. If you're ready to level up your cognitive game, hit that like button now. Subscribe for more self-improvement gold, and let's dive in. Pillar 1, the input engine. All right, let's kick things off with Pillar 1, the input engine. Think of your brain as a high-performance computer. Its output is only as good as the data you input. If you're feeding it junk like endless social media scrolls, you're not going to become super smart. Instead, we need to curate high-quality, diverse information to build a rich web of knowledge. This is where neuroplasticity comes in. Your brain's ability to form new connections based on what you learn. Studies from neuroscientists like those at Stanford show that varied input strengthen these neural pathways, making you more creative and insightful. First up, read constantly. But don't just stick to one genre. Dive into history with books like Sapiens by Yuval Noah Harari, which traces humanity's journey and connects dots across disciplines. For psychology and decision-making, grab Thinking, Fast and Slow by Daniel Kahneman. It'll blow your mind on how we think. Mix in philosophy with classics like Plato's The Republic, science with The Elegant Universe by Brian Greene, and even fiction like Dune by Frank Herbert to spark imagination. The key: aim for 20-30 pages a day. Why diverse reading? Because the smartest people like Elon Musk or Bill Gates draw ideas from everywhere. Musk credits his rocket-building success to reading sci-fi and physics books. Imagine pulling insights from history to solve a modern business problem. That's the power of interconnected knowledge. Next, embrace active learning. Passive reading is like skimming the surface. Active engagement dives deep. Use the Feynman technique. Explain the concept as if teaching it to a 5-year-old. For example, if you're learning quantum physics, break it down simply. Particles can be in 2 places at once, like a magic trick. This forces you to identify gaps in your understanding. Pair it with spaced repetition systems like the Anki. Do it where you review flashcards at increasing intervals to lock info into long-term memory. According to a study in psychological science, this can boost retention by up to 200%. Also, try journaling. After reading, write summaries, questions like, how does this apply to my life? Or connections to other ideas. I remember when I first tried this with a book on economics, it turned abstract theories into real-world tools. For my investments, now learn a new skill to supercharge those neural pathways. Skills like a new language via Duolingo or coding on Free Code Camp aren't just hobbies. They rewire your brain for adaptability. Remember Malcolm Gladwell's 10,000-hour rule from Outliers? It's been refined by researcher Anders Ericsson to emphasize deliberate practice, focused, goal-oriented sessions with feedback. Start small, 15 minutes a day on a musical instrument like guitar via YouTube tutorials. The discomfort of being a beginner? That's your brain growing. A Harvard study on musicians showed increased gray matter in brain areas for memory and coordination. Picture this. You're a busy parent juggling work, but you commit to learning Spanish. Months later, you're conversing fluently, and your problem solving at work sharpens because your brain's more flexible. To make this pillar actionable, set up a learning ritual. Every morning, read for 20 minutes, then journal. Track your progress in an app like Notion. By flooding your brain with quality inputs actively, you're building the foundation for super smarts. Pillar 2, the processing gym. Moving on to Pillar 2, the processing gym. You've got the inputs. Now it's time to process them effectively. Knowledge without sharp thinking is like a library without a search function. Useless. This pillar is about workouts for your mind, building mental agility, critical reasoning and bias-busting skills. Cognitive psychology research, like from the Journal of Experimental Psychology, shows that regular mental exercises improve executive function, your brain's CEO for planning and focus. Start with solving puzzles daily. It's not kid stuff, it's brain boot camp. Apps like Lumosity or Peak offer games targeting working memory, speed, and logic. Try Sudoku for pattern recognition, crosswords for vocabulary, or logic puzzles like those in Lateral Thinking by Edward de Bono. Dedicate 10-15 minutes a day. Studies from the New England Journal of Medicine link this to reduced cognitive decline. For fun, tackle a Rubik's Cube. Solving it boosts spatial reasoning. We've all had that brain fart moment during a tough puzzle, but pushing through builds resilience. Imagine applying that same logic to debugging code at work or strategizing in a game. Pure transfer of skills. Next, practice deliberate thinking. In our fast-paced world, we skim thoughts, but super smarts require depth. Schedule think time, 30 minutes of quiet reflection. Use mindfulness meditation via Headspace to clear mental clutter. A meta-analysis in JAMA Internal Medicine found it enhances focus and reduces stress. Then journal. Reflect on what you've learned, like how does climate science connect to economics? Challenge biases by seeking opposing views. For instance, if you're pro-AI, read critiques on ethics from sources like Nick Bostrom's Superintelligence. This overcomes confirmation bias, where we favor info that agrees with us. Try debating. Join online forums or argue both sides of a topic aloud. Einstein did this with thought experiments leading to relativity. Set stretch goals like reading an advanced book on quantum mechanics as a non-physicist. Discomfort equals growth. Embrace discomfort head-on. Growth happens outside your comfort zone. Famous intellectuals like Marie Curie faced endless failures but persisted. Avoid easy wins. Tackle complex projects, like analyzing a philosophical debate. A tip: use the Pomodoro technique, 25 minutes focused work, then break to build endurance. Reference a study from UC Irvine. Challenging tasks increase dopamine, motivating more learning. Hypothetical scenario: you're an artist scared of math, but you dive into statistics. Soon you're using data to optimize your art sales. That's super smart in action. To tie it in, track your processing progress with a habit app. Daily puzzles, reflection, and discomfort challenges will sharpen your thinking like a blade. Pillar 3, the output loop. Now, Pillar 3, the output loop. Input and processing are great, but true intelligence shines through application. As the saying goes, knowledge is power, but only when used. This pillar closes the loop by turning ideas into action, reinforcing memory via the generation effect. Psychology research shows creating from knowledge boosts retention by 50–100%. First, teach to learn. The protege effect proves explaining to others solidifies your understanding. Start simple. Teach a friend about a book you read, or create a YouTube video breaking down coding basics. No audience. Explain to your pet or record yourself. Join study groups on Discord or Reddit. I once taught my sibling about blockchain. It exposed my fuzzy spots and made me an expert. For pros, start a podcast or blog series. Tim Ferriss swears by this. He interviews experts but learns massively in prep. Step by step, pick a topic, outline key points, simplify jargon, anticipate questions. This fills gaps and builds confidence. Next, create and produce. Don't hoard knowledge, build with it. Start a blog on Medium. Write about how history shapes tech. No-code tools like Bubble let you make apps without programming expertise, or write stories incorporating science facts. The act of creation cements ideas. A study in memory and cognition confirms this. Overcome perfectionism. Tim Ferriss advises ship it ugly, get it out, iterate later. Example, a viewer messaged me saying they built a personal finance app after learning Python here. That's output turning theory into impact. Step by step for a blog. Choose topic, research, draft, edit, publish. For projects, set milestones, like week 1 prototype. Motivation hack, share your creations online for feedback. It creates accountability. By teaching and producing, you're not just smart, you're impactful. Pillar 4, the foundation pillar. 4, the foundation. All the brain hacks fail without a healthy body and mind. Your brain uses 20% of your energy. Fuel it right. Prioritize sleep. It's when your brain consolidates memories. Aim for 7 to 9 hours. Matthew Walker's Why We Sleep explains REM cycles process learning. Tips: consistent bedtime, no screens an hour before, use blue light blockers, cool dark room. A Stanford study links sleep deprivation to 40% cognitive drop. I've felt it. After poor sleep, my focus tanks. Build a routine. Wind down with reading, not scrolling. Fuel your body. Brain-boosting diet includes omega-3s from salmon for neuron health, antioxidants in blueberries, fight inflammation, nuts for healthy fats. Avoid sugar crashes. Opt for whole foods. Exercise 30 minutes daily releases BDNF, promoting neurogenesis per Harvard research. Try HIIT for efficiency or yoga for mind-body link. Warnings: limit caffeine to mornings, overdo it, and anxiety spikes. Routine idea: morning walk, balanced breakfast like avocado toast with eggs. This foundation supports everything. Neglect it, and your super smart journey stalls. Pillar 5, the ultimate mindset. Finally, Pillar 5, the ultimate mindset. This isn't just another step. It's the core that powers the rest. Without it, habits fizzle. Embrace a growth mindset. Carol Dweck's research shows believing intelligence grows leads to perseverance. Reframe: I'm not good at math to I haven't mastered math yet. Exercise, daily affirmations, track small wins. View failure as feedback. Thomas Edison's 1,000 tries for the light bulb. Growth in action. Cultivate insatiable curiosity. Smart folks ask why constantly. Habits. Daily wonder questions like, how do black holes work? Binge TED Talks or explore Wikipedia rabbit holes. This drives lifelong learning. Practice self-correction. Intellectual humility means admitting wrongs. Scientists like Darwin refined theories based on evidence. Tip: when debating, say, I could be wrong, but it opens minds. This mindset turns challenges into opportunities. Bonus tip: 30-day challenge. Day 1-6, input, read daily. 7 to 12, process, puzzles. 13 to 18, output, teach one thing. 19 to 24, foundation, optimize sleep, diet. 25 to 30, mindset, journal growth thoughts, track and share progress. That's the ultimate guide to becoming super smart with these 5 pillars. Think of J.K. Rowling. She taught herself storytelling through relentless practice, turning ideas into Harry Potter. You have that power too. What's one habit you'll start today? Drop it in the comments, I'll read everyone. Since this is my first video, please hit like, subscribe, and turn on notifications to support more content like this. Share with a friend who wants to get smarter. You can become super smart. Start now. See you next time.